the time.
I think the hardest part about taking that journey, that first step in that journey, was to actually make contact, because then I felt I was committing myself to it, but I had nothing to lose. I had everything to gain, but I was concerned that perhaps because it was abroad, because it wasn't in this country, that to travel abroad was not a big step for me. I've travelled a great deal, but to go to have some personal work, which is life-changing, which is your teeth, you know, your hair grows, you can always grow it out. If you have a tattoo, you can always cover it up. But having your teeth done, you see that every single day, and everyone else sees it. So I think it was nerve-wracking initially, but once I made contact with Dentum, it was easy. The first contact it's like anything. It's how you're met. It's how you have a handshake. It's how you meet someone face to face. I had none of that initially. It was all done on the phone, but the reassurance and the welcome and the professionalism, I think, more than anything, it put me at ease straight away, and that it also posed more questions about that I should follow this path. All I had to lose was a flight and 2 days of my life by going over to Zagreb. If it didn't work, it didn't work. I was literally, what's the word I'm looking for? I was encouraged, but reassured, I think the word is. I was reassured about going there.
From the beginning, I did feel I'm in good hands from the beginning. I send you a message, I tell you who I am and what I want, and you just send me straight away the link, which it was very easy accessible, and it doesn't take me, I think so, 2 days, 1 day, just to do the appointment. I was so in a hurry, you know, it was like to don't lose the train. And I was very happy because you just answered me so quick. So quick, I don't have to wait. When I wait too much, I change my mind, you know. I find not serious. When someone just answered you straight away, it's like, okay, they're serious. So.
The catalyst moment for you was when we saw that article in the newspaper, and I showed you it, and it wasn't an advertising feature. It was an article where one of the journalists had actually been to Dentum, and I showed it to him, and he thought about it and read it for a couple of days, and then he phoned me at work and he said, I'm going to do it, I'm going to email them. And that was the starting point for, you know, when he actually realised there was a problem and it could be solved. And he'd read about someone else's experiences, and it didn't seem that bad.
Well, number one was virtually perfect English, you know, because I wasn't, after an initial call, because you never know who's phoning you, so you're obviously going to reply or voicemail in Croatian, but was the callback virtually straight away in perfect English, and explaining and outlining all what the procedure is to do, even though I had the jaw x-ray already, which cut out a lot of time, but you still explained what will happen now, you know, about booking flights and stuff like that, because that does that will buzz around people's heads. But when you say you just give you the dates, book a flight, give you the dates, whichever way it works, I can't remember now, and then it's so simple, really. Once the ball starts rolling, it's easy, you know. And as soon as you started talking to me, I just felt so relieved that. Really, I just knew this was going to be taken out of my hands, and I'd be comfortable the whole journey.
So it was actually, if you were nervous about coming, you could go on the Facebook group and ask any question. People would tell you honestly because they've been through the procedure. It's the patient-only group for Dentum. You can't just join it. You have to ask to join. You can't just, you know, click on and say whatever you want. You have to be a Dentum patient. And then it's a really good resource for people if they're scared about coming on their own. Because there were people going, I'm flying out on the so-and-so flight from Stansted, is anybody going? And then somebody would say, oh, I'm coming out on that flight too, maybe we can, you know, hook up or...
And then even on the aircraft going out to Zagreb, when we were waiting for the taxi driver at the other end, there were other people there that were waiting to go to Dentum as well. So it was nice then to chat to them and find out their experiences. And so it was all becoming more and more positive, and it was, well, this could actually work. And so I sort of think, yeah, that's really good. And the thing about going to a different country, that is a concern. But if you have a problem, all you've got to do is pick up the phone or do an email, and the responses are always so quick.
Yeah. That day I was having lunch in my van, and I bit into something, and my mouth just went boom, like that. 5 minutes later, I went through the link to find, Steve sent me the link. Okay, let's ring him. And I rang Dentum. My first call was probably the best call I made in a long, long time concerning my teeth. I don't ever remember ringing a dentist and feeling happy when I got off the phone. This was the first time I felt so at ease. They didn't pressure me or anything like that. It was a decision they still left to me, you know, go away and think about it and, you know, call us back. And I did go away and think about it, and I'd done it for about 3 weeks, and then, you know, Gary, what are you doing? Come on, let's do it. And I got a call back saying, hi Gary, just checking on you, everything okay? How's things going? And then that was the tick in the box for me. Okay, let's go and do it.